Teen Gamer here, and it is time! I already played Dialyn on Shield Defense, and I also played Dialyn on Deadly Assault, so now it is time to actually do the Dialyn showcase, and I am so excited because, well, I mean, you saw the title of the video. This is not a lie. Dialyn, in my opinion, is literally top 5 in the game. She is that busted. Free ults. Free ults. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, anyways, enough dilly-dallying and enough further delay. It is time to showcase Dialyn. There is a lot of things out there for Dialyn, and I am gonna be showcasing every single bit of Dialyn. So, strap yourselves in, guys, because it is going to be a wild ride. So, here we go. This is the Dialyn showcase video, and I'm going to be starting off with my Dialyn build. So here is my Dialyn build. As you can see here, she is basically very, very well optimized. I'm pretty sure you can already tell by the previous videos that I used Dialyn in, the Shield Defense videos and the Deadly Assault video that I uploaded. She has the same stat line as those videos, so yeah. But if you guys have not seen those videos, well, I guess I could talk about my stats and how important they are for Dialyn. So, for Dialyn stats, the two most important stats that you want to level up for Dialyn is crit rate, energy regen. There is a reason. Crit rate is for her core passive. Energy regen is for spamming her EXs. You'll see in a moment when I go into the skill segment, I will be talking about why crit rate is so important and energy regen is so important. But as for the stats right here, I just went with the typical 2k attack, basically, so she can at least hit a decent amount hard. Crit rate, of course, because it is a very important stat. It is Dialyn's most important stat because it ties to her core passive. And energy regen as well. She has 2.16, which is the maximum energy regen you can get with Dialyn, and you'll see why. So here, I guess I could talk about the stats right here. 800 on attack, crit rate, crit damage right there. Basically 1-1 ratio with 1.2 energy regen with no physical damage bonus because I opted for a attack percent 5th disc so that she is able to hit harder. So yeah. And now it's time to talk about the skills. So the reason why crit rate is so important for her is because it increases her impact. So if her initial crit rate is above 50%, her impact increases by 2 for each additional 1%, up to a maximum increase of 100. So this means that if you basically have 100% crit rate, you have 100 impact. That means you're going to be hitting very, very hard on daze. You're going to be dazing the enemy very fast. But in the current meta right now, this isn't really that impactful, I guess. But you can at least get the enemy halfway to stun. So that is very, very good for Dialyn. So you want to level up her crit rate as much as possible to get the maximum impact because it is a very, very huge difference for her. 3 EXs literally gets them half stunned. It is very, very, very good. Very, very important that you want to level this up first and also get as much crit rate as possible. Also, another reason you should level this up is because you get a free 30% stun damage multiplier if you hit someone with an EX paper. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Also, while you hit someone with an EX paper, they are under the malicious complaint, and it basically increases the stun duration if the enemy is stunned by 2 seconds, so you just get increased stun duration. And, of course, as I talked about before, you get a stun damage multiplier increase of 30%. So it's very, very good. It means that you just do more damage with her. Also, her additional ability. Her additional ability is very, very important. You want to pair this up with attack or rupture. You really, really do. Because the benefits that Dialyn gets are so busted. There is no reason why you wouldn't want to run her additional ability. So, her attack or rupture. That's all you need. And she combos very well with them. So yeah, there's not really an issue to pair her up with those characters. But she gets a 50% crit damage increase on her EX. When she activates her EX or ult, you get a overwhelming positive effect, which basically increases your damage by 40%, which is really, really broken. And also, when you use an EX or ultimate, and while overwhelming positive is activate, if the duration of that effect is less than 35 seconds, its duration is increased by 10 seconds. So this means that you're able to just increase the duration per EX hit. That is very, very busted. So yeah, you basically kind of have this effect permanently. A 40% damage increase. Yeah, that is nothing to scoff at. It is very, very, very good. Also, when you do a heavy attack from rock, scissors, or paper, you basically do an additional damage based off of what specialty your character is. So when you do a rock, paper, or scissors, you do 320% of the attack agent's attack if you have an attack agent. And if you have a rupture agent, you do 400% additional damage for their sheer force. That is very, very busted. It means that Dialyn's going to be hitting pretty hard. So not only is she getting 100% crit rate, because obviously you need to run that to get her core passives up, but you also do so much damage based off of your agent's attack and rupture. So it's very, very, very good that you should be running these additional abilities. It is very, very busted. So for Dialyn, you definitely do want to run her additional ability because it's very, very good. As for the other skills right here, I only leveled up her EX because it's her most important thing, because when you level up her EX, she just does more damage, more days. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Also, EX special attack get lost. You're going to be doing this a lot, so when you have a customer complaint, you can hold down the attack button to force a quick assist, or if you have enough right here, which is right there, you can unleash an ultimate. So that is very, very good. You're going to be spamming this all the time anyway, as long as you have at least 90 customer complaint. So yeah, and that's basically it for skills right there. And now it's time to talk about equipment. So let's talk about that. So my equipment right here is very, very well optimized. So I ran right here 4-piece King of the Summit. This is her best set because you get increased days by 6%, and also when you do an EX or chain, you're able to increase the crit damage of all squad members. And also, if your crit rate is more than 50%, you get an additional 15% crit damage increase with a net total of 30% crit damage. So it's very, very good. She's going to be spamming EXs all the time, so this is basically a bread and butter. It just synergizes with her kit very well. And for her 2-piece, I went with Swing Jazz because of the energy regen. The more energy regen she has, the more she can spam her EXs. And also, I already reached her 100% crit rate threshold without doing 2-piece Woodpecker. So yeah, I'm able to just run Swing Jazz. But if you don't have 2-piece Swing Jazz and you can't get your 100% crit rate, I recommend that you just do 2-piece Woodpecker so you at least get to 100% crit rate. But if you can comfortably reach 100% crit rate without doing 2-piece Woodpecker, then you can sub it out for a 2-piece energy regen, which is very, very optimal for Dialyn because you can just spam her EXs. As for the W engine of choice, Yesterday Calls. This is her main W engine. I recommend that you do get this W engine because the crit rate increase of this W engine is very, very, very good. You do want to run this so you're able to at least reach 100% crit rate on Dialyn. But as for the description effect, it is very, very good. She gets to increase her energy regen while she's off field. She increases the physical damage of her EXs, stacking up to 3 times, which is really, really good. And also, when you have all 3 stacks, you get an additional crit damage increase of 30%. So that is very, very, very good. So yeah, so she gets a free crit damage increase with energy regen and as well as increased physical damage, which is very, very, very good. So yeah, but there you go. There is Dialyn. I mean, as you see there, she is basically very, very well optimized. But now it is time to showcase her in some teams. She basically synergizes with attack and rupture agents, so I'm just going to be showcasing all of them. Yes, you heard me right, all of them. She is really, really good on basically every single team that you throw her in. When I say that she is top 5, I am not kidding. She is literally top 5 in the game. You'll see why. So, without any further ado, let's just showcase Dialyn in some teams. Alrighty, so here is the first team I'm going to be showcasing, which is the Yidhari team. So, Dialyn. Dialyn basically just works with every single team. You could just pair her up with any attack agent, any rupture agent, and then she just performs fine. She also works well with certain support agents as well, which you will be seeing later down in the team showcases. She is literally top 5 for a reason, and you'll see why. So yeah. But the way I'm going to be showcasing these characters is that I'm going to be going down in reverse order. So from Yidhari all the way down to Billy. I'm pretty sure Billy is the first attack agent that you get for free. So yeah, it's basically from Yidhari all the way down to Billy. So yeah. Well, anyways, now it is time to showcase Dialyn with a bunch of teams. So strap yourselves in. We are here for the long run. So yeah. But I guess we'll just talk about Yidhari now. So Yidhari is really good with double ult because she just hits very hard anyway. And also, if you do run out of Dreamfield, you can just ult with Lucia, so that also works well too. You see why Dialyn is so universally good? Because you could just swap to Yidhari if you want to do more damage, or you could just ult with Lucia if you want to just get the Dreamfield up very fast. She's very versatile in all teams. So anyways, it's time to showcase. So we have Yidhari right here, who's the main DPS. We have Dialyn here, who's going to be giving support. And we also have Lucia here, the best rupture support in the game. And with the bang boot of choice, we have Miss Esme, who basically gives energy and HP. So that is very good. Well, anyways, let's do this. I'm pretty sure this team is just going to be destroying the boss anyway. We have 2 ults for free. And Dialyn starts off with good positive reviews. So you're able to just get a customer complaint afterwards. So yeah, it's really good. Alrighty, so the way to play this team is just your typical Yidhari team. You set up Dreamfield with Lucia. And then you go into Yidhari. And then you just do Yidhari stuff right here. I'm going to be switching to Dialyn here, so she's able to go into her rock, paper, scissors. There we go. We're able to get that off. And then we also have a Dialyn chain, so might as well go for it. There we go. We can go into Yidhari ult. And yeah, you see how much damage that does? That is absolutely ridiculous. Alrighty. So, I think it's this one? Yeah. There we go. Got it impaired. Pretty nice. We're gonna do rock, paper, scissors. If you have really good energy regen, she's able to get this all the time because as long as you're off field with her W engine, you're able to go into the state all the time, which is really good. Alright, I'm pretty sure he's done here. Yep. Yidhari is just gonna be finishing him off. And there we go. Yep, as you see there, Dialyn, really broken character. We're able to get free ults from her. She's able to get her energy fast. She's able to stun very well. Yep, as you see there, under a minute. That's how good Dialyn is. So yeah. Well, anyways, now it's time to showcase some more teams. So let's continue down the line of Rupture and Attack Agents. Alrighty, so here is another Dialyn team we're going to be showcasing right here. And that is Manato with Dialyn. So, I'm pretty sure this team's going to be working pretty well because we're able to just get 2 Manato ults. And Manato does hit pretty hard on ult. So, this should be a pretty good showcase right here. So, we have Manato as our main DPS. We have Dialyn, of course, doing her Dialyn things. And then we also have Lucia here, the best rupture support in the game. And as for the bang boot of choice, Miss Esme for energy regen and HP. This is probably just going to be working similarly to Yidhari anyway. We're just going to be setting up Manato to go into his blazing state. And then we just go into Dialyn to trigger the ult. And we just get 2 ults because, yeah, that's how Dialyn works. She is very broken. Free chains, free ults, free quick assist. What more can you ask for on a character? Alrighty. So we're going to be charging up here. Alright. Now we can go into rock, paper, scissors. There we go. That's pretty good. Alrighty. Nice. We can go into Dialyn and then trigger an ult. Right there. Let's see how much damage this does. Ooh, 100k. Yeah, that hits pretty hard. We can go into another rock, paper, scissors. You see how fast she stuns? She is very good at that. Look at that. The parry did so much, too. That is really good for Dialyn. Alright, we're going to be getting hit here, so we're able to trigger the beatdown attack. There we go. Alright, now we can trigger a chain. We can go into Lucia, into Manato. Alright, I think it's best if we just do normal attacks here. I think he should be doing way more damage. Alright. There we go. We can go into ult. Alright, Dialyn. Oh, I was about to switch to Dialyn, but Manato just finished them off. So, yeah. But, there we go. As you see there, Manato does so much damage. And we're basically beat the boss in a minute. Yep, Dialyn, too broken. She's way too broken. So yeah, if those two showcases aren't enough to basically tell you that Dialyn is very broken, I don't know what is. But well, now it's time to showcase some more teams. So let's continue down the line of DPSs. Alright, so here I'm going to be doing something very different. I am just going to be showcasing these two at the same time. So basically Seed and Orphie and Magus are just going to be featured in one segment of the video. So yeah, the reason why is because if I'm going to be doing a Seed segment, I'm going to be putting Orphie and Magus. If I do an Orphie and Magus segment, I'm going to be putting Seed. So there's no reason to just showcase them twice. So yeah, I'm just going to be showcasing them here in one segment. So these two benefit very well for Dialyn. Because Seed, obviously, she can just get her ult, and then if you can just go into Orphie and Magus, you're able to do the laser beam. So yeah, it's very good. And also because she just gives you increased damage because of her core passive. Her core passive is literally that broken. She is really good. So yeah. Well, anyways, here we have Seed, who's the main DPS. We have Dialyn as the support, and we have Orphie and Magus over here as the sub DPS, and for the Bangbu of choice, Mercury, because he is a Obol squad Bangbu, because we have two Obol squad members, and he basically just gives you free aftershock damage, and he also increases his damage too, which is really good. And since Orphie and Magus just do aftershock damage, he's able to synergize well with Mercury. So this team is just basically the same as you play a normal Orphie and Magus Seed team. You just set up Orphie and Magus, and you set up Dialyn, and then Seed just does all the work for you. So yeah, these two just work very well together. So we're just going to be laser beaming right here. We're going to be going into Dialyn, get the rock paper scissors buff right there, and then go into Seed EX. And I'm pretty sure Dialyn's able to get her up. Yep, there we go. We can go into Seed ult. Yeah, you see how fast you can get your ult with Dialyn? It's just that broken. And when she's off field, she gets her energy back, which is really good. I mean, look at it. She's already getting all of her energy back. It's just that broken. So we can go into another rock, paper, scissors. There we go. 100k damage. She's a stun agent, by the way. She's not supposed to do like huge damage. She's supposed to support the team. And she's able to do that. She's able to do numbers like that. It is really busted. Alright. The boss is almost finished, but we're just doing another rock, paper, scissors. There we go. We can go into Missile Barrage, and I'm pretty sure this is going to kill the boss. Yep, there we go. That is really easy. So yeah, as you see there, Dialyn's broken. You're able to get free ults. There's nothing to complain about here. So yeah, these two just synergize well with each other. Dialyn just gives you the damage increase from her core passive, and then Orphie and Magus, and as well as Seed, is just able to do big nuke damage. So yeah, Dialyn, really good character. Anyways, now it's time to move on to the next character to showcase, so let's just move on. Alrighty, so the next character I'm going to be showcasing is Yixuan, aka this is Dialyn's best team in the game. I am not joking. Because Yixuan is the best Rupture character in the game. So yeah, these two are going to be wreaking havoc. This is literally the best team in the game for a reason. So why is this the best team in the game? If you guys remember how Yixuan plays, she's able to do 2 ultimates. With Dialyn, you get an extra ultimate. This means that Yixuan can do 3 ultimates. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. 3 ultimates means that you nuke the enemy. Enemy has no chance. So yeah. And we also here have Lucia, of course, as the support, because she is the best Rupture support in the game. This means that we have buff for Yixuan, and we also have the buff from Dialyn. Yixuan's gonna be hitting pretty hard. So yeah, well anyways, we have Yixuan here, who's the main DPS. We have Dialyn here, who is going to be providing Yixuan with the extra ult if we do ever get the chance to unleash it. And we also have Lucia here, who is the best rupture support in the game. And as for Bangbu of choice, we don't have a lot of synergy because we literally have like 3 characters in different factions. So we basically choose the best Bangbu in the game, Snap, for his A skill, which gives you free damage increase. So yeah, this means that Yixuan is just gonna be doing even more damage. It's just so busted. I always keep saying this all the time, but Snap is the best Bangbu in the game. There is no contest. He literally gives free damage. Free damage means that you nuke the enemy. So yeah, there's really no reason why you would not run Snap. Alrighty. So I'm pretty sure this boss is probably gonna go down in under a minute because of just how broken this team is. You'll see why. So we're gonna be going into rock, paper, scissors again. There we go. We can go into... There we go, parry. I had to wait for that. Alrighty, so there we go. There's 1/4 of its health down. We can go into the Yixuan ult right here. Free ult. And let's see how much damage this does. Yeah. Look at that. The damage is absolutely ridiculous with the Dialyn team. It's just so dumb. Alright, let's go EX again. We can go into Dialyn. We can go into rock, paper, scissors. There we go. Doing rock, paper, scissors on Dialyn is basically kind of free because you're just able to get so much value out of it, which is really, really good. Alright, we're gonna be doing a string of parries right here. Finish it off with the Dialyn parry. Yeah, and we can go into Yixuan and finish it off. There we go, we beat it in under a minute. Yeah, I guess there's really nothing for me to say here other than Dialyn is just so broken. Free ult. Free ults everywhere. We just had Yixuan's ult too, and we didn't even need to unleash it. We just needed to do the Dialyn ult. So yeah. Well, there you go. Dialyn, Yixuan, the best team in the game. Really nothing for me to say there. You saw the results in front of your eyes. It's just really, really good. So yeah. Well, anyways, now let's move on to the next agent to showcase. Alrighty, so the next team we're going to be showcasing here is the Hugo Dialyn team. So, for Hugo to get his maximum buffs, he needs to be on a double stun agent team, and this is the double stun agents we're going to be going with. Dialyn, of course, for, well, the free ults. And we also have Lighter here for his Ice Red Shred. He is one of Hugo's best partners ever. So, yeah. Also, well, I guess I have to remind you guys before we start this segment. Hugo does not have his signature W engine, so you won't see his special effect, and also you won't see him at his maximum potential because all I have on him is Manato Desire. That is the W engine that I have on him because I skipped on his signature. So yeah, keep that in mind once we go into this segment in the showcase. So yeah, if you want to know why Hugo isn't doing as much damage in total wise, that is because he does not have his signature W engine. So yeah. Well, anyways, with that out of the way, now I can showcase this team. So we have Hugo as the main DPS. We have Dialyn here just doing her own thing. And we have Lighter for the Ice Red Shred. As for Bangbu of choice right here, I'm going to be going with Snap over Robin because Snap gives more damage boost. And besides, I have Manato Desire on Hugo, so he's just gonna be doing a little bit more damage with Snap. If I did have Hugo's signature W engine, I would be going for Robin instead, but Snap is just way more valuable because of just the free damage boost. It's just that good. She can literally just be ran on every single team. Snap is just so busted. So anyways, now it's time to showcase Dialyn. So I'm gonna be showcasing her instead of doing the whole basic and then just consuming the customer complaint. I'm gonna be going for the chain because there's another way you can activate the ult without doing the basic attack. So we're just gonna be showcasing that real quick with this team. So we're just gonna be stunning with Lighter real quick. Going up here, and go into Dialyn. Stunning with Dialyn. Alright, so we go into Lighter. We basically have another customer complaint. So we're able to go into Hugo Totalize right here. As you see there, you are able to go into it, which is really busted. As you see there, so broken. So yeah, you don't consume as much meter if you do it this way because if the enemy is stunned, you're able to just get some of your meter back. If the enemy is not stunned, then you consume the full meter. which is what Dialyn's main mechanics are. So we're gonna be doing her EXs. We're gonna be going to rock, paper, scissors. And we go into Hugo. Let's go into EX right here. Consume it. Alright. I want him to attack again, so we're able to. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he just does not wanna cooperate. Alright. I'm pretty sure this should be able to stun him. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna be finishing this off with Hugo ult. Alrighty, let's see how much damage this does. Hopefully it's able to finish the enemy off. Yeah, there we go. As you see there, Hugo works really, really well on a Dialyn team. Dialyn, free ults everywhere. Free ults all the time. Yeah, you see how good it is. There's really nothing for me to explain. Dialyn is just so good on so many teams. So yeah. But anyways, there is Dialyn on the Hugo team. As you see there, performs very, very well, even without Hugo's signature W engine. So now it's time to move on to the next team. So let's just get to it. Alright, so the next character we're going to be showcasing here is Anby. Anby is really, really good, as you could tell from the last showcase video when I just showcased Anby. Anby is just way too good. And with Dialyn over here, we're able to get the triple stack on her passive. So yeah, you're able to just do it twice now, which is really, really good. And also, right here, we have Orphie and Magus, who is going to be buffing Anby because Anby does aftershock damage. She's an aftershock damage buffer, so they're going to be going hand in hand together. So yeah, well, this team is going to be destroying the boss. So we have Anby right here, who's the main DPS. We have Dialyn, well, just doing her own thing. And then we have Orphie and Magus right here for the aftershock damage buff. And as for Bang Boo of choice, Snap. There's really nothing for me to say there. Free damage boost. So this team is going to destroy the boss very easily. I don't really think that this team will have any issues at all. We have Dialyn. Dialyn is just so broken. As you couldn't tell already from like all the other characters we showcased. She just does so much damage. She gives the team so much damage. She does decent damage herself, and she stuns very, very fast with the rock, paper, scissors thing. It's just so broken. I don't know why this character is just way too good. Yeah, 100k on Anby. That's really, really busted. And I'm gonna be saving. Yeah, I'm gonna be saving the Dialyn. The Dialyn chain for later. We're gonna be doing that. I think after this boss attacks, I'm gonna unleash all of Anby's. Yeah, I'm gonna unleash all of Anby's EXs. So there we go. Now we can go into Dialyn, go into Anby ult. This should give us an extra 3. So 1, 2, 3. We can go into Orphie and Magus. Go back to Anby. We can go into Dialyn. And then go into rock, paper, scissors. And then go into triple EX. There we go. Yeah, broken. I mean, I'm just repeating myself at this point. You see how broken Dialyn is. I don't really need to talk about her that much. She's just good. She's just really, really good. So yeah. Well, anyways, there you go. Anby, really, really good with Dialyn. Just free aftershock damage everywhere. So yeah. Well, anyways, time to move on to the next team. Let's go. So here's the next team I'm going to be showcasing. I'm pretty sure you can tell this team's already broken enough. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll talk about it. Evelyn. Evelyn's main mechanic is chain attacks. Astra Yao, when she ults, gives her 2 chain attacks. When Dialyn gives Astra an ult, she gets another 2 chain attacks with a net total of 4 chain attacks. Enough said. We have Evelyn here, who is the main DPS. We have Dialyn, who's gonna be just ulting with Astra Yao, so we're able to get more Evelyn chains. And then we have Astra Yao for Evelyn chains. So yeah. And we have the Bang Boot of choice, Snap. Since we do have 2 Stars of Lyra characters, we get the free health restore. So that's pretty good. So yeah. This team is going to be destroying Pompeii. Like no problems. You can literally like use a chain on Evelyn. That's 1 chain. you're able to do Astra ult, that's like 2 chains, so that's 3 chains. Go into Dialyn, that's like another 2 chains, so that's 5. And then you can go into Evelyn ult, which gives you 6. And then if you have enough, you're able to do a 7th. Yeah, 7 chains. there is no issues with that. So yeah. Alright. We're gonna be going to Dialyn, so rock, paper, scissors, buff. Go back into Evelyn. Go back into Dialyn. Go into Astra ult. So you get Astra ult. We go into the first chain. Yeah, that's the first chain done. We can go into a Dialyn chain if we really want to, but I really want to get as much Evelyn chains as we can. So we're just gonna be doing the second one right here, and then I'm gonna be waiting for another yellow attack. There we go. We can go into a chain. Let's go into rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. And then we're able to go back into Evelyn in a minute as soon as Pompey's done. So, there we go. We got another chain. That's the second, or that's the third one, I'm pretty sure. This is the 4th. This is the 5th. Yeah, you see how broken that is? Like, you're able to get free chains. Free chains with Evelyn. And we didn't even get to use Astra's ult to get another 2 chains. That would have been 7. That would have been 7 chains right there. So yeah, well there you go. Evelyn, broken. Really, really broken. If you have Astra Yao, you just get free chains. Chains everywhere. So yeah. Well anyways, now it's time to move on to the next team. So let's just get to the next team. Alright, so the next character we'll be showcasing is Harumasa. Harumasa basically just got a buff now because of Dialyn. So he's just able to get more dash attacks in. So yeah, we have 2 ults, meaning that we're able to do more dash attacks. And then Harumasa just does a lot of damage because of the free dash attacks. And we also have here Astra Yao, who is just here because she's Astra Yao. So yeah, well, we have big attack boost for the team. So Harumasa is going to be hitting pretty hard here. So, well, let's just do it. So we have Harumasa as the main DPS. We have Dialyn doing Dialyn things. And then we have Astra Yao for the attack buff. And for Bang Boot of choice, obviously, Snap. So let's just get to it. So, it's a hot minute since I played Harumasa, so I am going to be playing him in a very scuffed way because it's been so long since I used Harumasa. The last time I used Harumasa was before Anby came out. So, yeah. He is very, very good still. He's a free-to-play DPS. I have his signature on him, so he is able to do a lot of damage. So, yeah, well, we'll see how good he is with Dialyn. I'm pretty sure he's going to be performing fine. Alright, so let's do rock, paper, scissors into Harumasa. Let's do EXs, so we're able to do chains right here. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's our first one. Go into Dialyn, into Harumasa ult. Kablamo! Into 1. Yep. And then we're able to do it again. So let's do another dash attack. 2. Okay, that is 2. That is pretty good. And we can go back into Dialyn and do another rock, paper, scissors with Harumasa. But as you see there, Harumasa is able to synergize well with Dialyn. Still pretty good. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go into EX and go into another dash attack. So 1, 2, 3. That is around like 50k per hit. That is not bad. We go into another rock, paper, scissors. Go into another dash attack. There we go. Let's parry with Dialyn. The only problem with, I guess, Dialyn is that she is able to... Well, she is able to get her energy back, obviously. But it's going to be taking a very long time for her to get her energy back. Alright. Let's go into Astra. Into Harumasa. Because Harumasa has his ult. So might as well just go for it. 1, 2, 3. And we can go into another ult. Do another charge attack. But there we go. Harumasa able to at least dispatch the enemy very well. As you see there, it took around a minute to complete, but that's because Harumasa requires a lot of setup to do. You have to aim your attack and then do a triple dash attack, or at least in some cases a quadruple. So yeah, but Dialyn performs very, very well with the team. We still beat the boss in basically a minute. So yeah, Harumasa can get the job done with Dialyn. Well, anyways, there is Dialyn on the Harumasa team. Pretty good. And now it's time to move on to the next team. So let's just get to that. Alrighty, so now we are at the 1.0 area. We are in 1.0 realm. So yeah, this is just going to be basically kind of vanilla characters. So yeah, the only non-vanilla character is Evelyn, and that's because Evelyn gets buffs anyway. So she's not really a vanilla character anymore. But Yuan is a vanilla character because her kit still hasn't been updated to this day. So here we go. So Yuan is here to basically just do enhanced shot shell attacks, but I am not going to be doing Dialyn ult on Yuan, and that's because it's better if we just do chains, because with chains she's still able to get 3 enhanced shot shells back anyway. So if we do a ult on Astra, yeah, we get 2 chains, which means that we get 6 enhanced shot shells back instead of just the normal 3. So we're just going to be using Astra Yao just to get Yuan bullets back. So we basically have right here Yuan, who is the main DPS. We have Dialyn here, who's going to be enabling Astra Yao to do her ult. And we have Astra Yao, obviously, for the attack buff and the chains for Yuan. And as for Mingbu of choice, snap. So let's do this. So I know that Yuan really wants the enemy stunned, but in this day and age, it's very hard to stun the enemy in the first place. So yeah, if you really want to just play Yuan well, then you might as well just unload every single bullet on the enemy. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing a ton of damage numbers here, and we're gonna be seeing just how good Yuan is. By the way, my skills aren't really leveled up fully. She is 8 across the board on skills, so this is going to be very, very interesting to see how much damage she's able to do on level 8 skills. Alright, so I'm going to be unleashing the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Then we go into Dialyn. There we go, we're able to impair the enemy, that's pretty good. We can go into enhanced shot shell attacks, and then go into Dialyn, into Astra Yao ult. There we go. I see there we're able to get 3 shells back. That is really, really good. And we're able to go back into Dialyn chain. There we go. We're able to at least get some meter back. So yeah, but if we are able to face against a parryable enemy, we're able to parry that and then go back into Yuan to basically get another set of chain, or another set of bullets for her, which is really, really good. We don't really need to, but I guess we can just do normal attacks to get her bullets back. It's really, really good that we're able to do that. So there we go. So now we can go into the full bullet chain right here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go into the EX. And then we can go into Dialyn. Alright. And let's do an ult. Might as well. It's free. Alrighty. So we're going to be doing this again. And go into Dialyn ult. Hopefully this stuns him. Yeah, there we go. Go into Astra and finish it off right there. So yeah, there we go. I mean, Yuan works pretty well. I'm pretty sure you do want to stun the enemy, but at the same time, you don't really need to. Yuan does a lot of damage anyway without having the enemy stunned. So yeah, as long as you're able to unload your bullets frequently, Yuan should be able to at least defeat bosses without having to stun them. So yeah. Well, there you go. There is Yuan. Still works pretty well if you have Dialyn. So yeah, not really a issue for Yuan. She is still able to perform fine. So yeah. Well, anyways, now it's time to move on to the next agent. Let's go. Alright, so here's the last premium character or event character that we're going to be showcasing here, and that is Evelyn. So, Evelyn basically just got buffed like a couple patches ago, and she performs very well. She does have a damage boost on her ult, so she is able to do a lot of damage with Dialyn. With 2 ults, yeah, Evelyn's just going to be hitting pretty hard. So yeah. Well, anyways, we have Evelyn right here, who's the main DPS. Dialyn doing Dialyn things, and then we have Lighter here for the Ice Res Shred. Bang Boo of choice. I don't really need to say his name, so let's just get to it. So, Ellen. Ellen is really, really good. We should be able to perform fine with her, but we do need to get her flash freeze stacks very, very fast. But it's not really a big issue for Ellen. We're just able to do 2 dash attacks, and we should be cooking. We just have Lighter just do his stun thing, and then just stun the enemy. And then we have Ellen do her ult on Dead End Butcher. So yeah. Anyways, let's do the first 2 charge attacks. And go into rock, paper, scissors. Go into Lighter. Able to do the normal attacks right there. EXs. There we go. Let's parry with Dialyn. Let's do... There we go. Alright, now we can go into Lighter. Into Dialyn. And then let's see how much damage Ellen does. Yeah, that is really, really good. That is some really, really busted damage right there. So yeah, as you see there, Ellen performs very, very well on this team. Really no surprises there. They're just really, really good with ults. Ults just hit very, very hard in general. So yeah, Dialyn could just basically synergize well with anyone who has a good ult. Alright. We're going to be doing EXs, and then we're going to be doing his ult. Alright, so we're going to be doing Dialyn again into Ellen. And I'm going to be, I'm going to cancel right here so that she's able to do some normal attacks. Alright. And then, yeah, there we go. Free damage! And Ellen is able to cook the enemy very, very fast. So yeah. Oh, I see there. Ellen is really, really busted. So yeah. Well, there we go. There's the last premium character to showcase. Now it's time to showcase the well, the perma banner characters and as well as the A ranks. So we're gonna be moving on to the perma banner characters. Alrighty, so here's the first perma banner character we're gonna be showcasing here, and that is Soldier 11. So 11, you need to time your basic attacks to do fire damage, but with her ult, she's able to keep it for I think 1.5 basic attack cycles. With Dialyn, since we're able to just get a free ult, we're able to just get that for free. We're able to just do basic attacks without having to time the buttons correctly. So yeah, this means that 11's able to just perform her damage very fine without having to time the button presses. We also have right here Lighter, who is giving Fire Res Shred for the team. So this is going to be really, really good to showcase. So here you have 11, who's the main DPS, Dialyn, free ult, and then we have Lighter right here, Fire Res Shred, and then Bangbu of choice. Yeah, let's just get to it. So the boss we're going to be fighting here is Pompey. Pompey is weak to fire, and besides we could just stun with Lighter, and then we can see 11 damage. This is going to be pretty insane. So, well, let's just see how much damage we're able to dish out with these teams, or this team. Alrighty. So, obviously, rock, paper, scissors, we have to set that up first. Alright, let's go into Lighter. There you go. I am waiting for a parry. There we go. Go into Dialyn. And we can go into rock, paper, and go back into Lighter. We should be able to stun him here. Let's do EX and make sure of that. There we go. Go into Dialyn, into 11. And we are going to be doing, yeah, we're just going to be doing the Lighter chain. And then we can just go into normal attacks with 11. And see there, look at how much damage she's able to do. Pretty good. We go into EX and then reset her basic attacks. And then we should be able to beat Pompey. Yeah, there we go. As you see there, 11, still pretty good. By the way, my 11 skills are minimally built, so that's the reason why her damage is pretty weak. Because her skill level is not very high. So yeah. Alright, let's do ult. Let's do EX. And then that should trigger the chain for 11 again. And we're going to be canceling chain here because we could just do normal attacks. There's your first set. And then we can go into ult again. You see how much damage she's able to do with this team? It's just so busted. And then we can go into EX. And there we go. Finish him off smoothly. So yeah, there you go. 11. Pretty good on the Dialyn team. You're able to cycle skills very well. We're able to stun the enemy. As long as you're able to stun the enemy, Evelyn's just gonna be, or 11 is gonna be putting all the work in. And yeah, it's just so broken. And you see what I mean by Dialyn can work on any team? She literally can. She can work on basically any team in the game. So yeah. Well, anyways, now it's some time to move on to the last perma banner character. So let's just get to her. Alright, so here is the last perma banner character I'm going to be showcasing. Also the last S rank I'm going to be showcasing. And also the worst S rank I'm going to be showcasing. And that is Nekomata. I'm pretty sure everyone already knows how bad Nekomata is. Her damage sucks. Her mechanics are just too gimmicky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about that. So we are going to be trying to make Nekomata work somewhat with Dialyn. So right here we have an awkward team right here. I'll explain why we have this team set up in a moment. So well, let's just talk about it. So Nekomata is the main DPS, obviously. Dialyn is here to give Nekomata her ult, so she can at least kill the enemy in one cycle or one stun cycle. And then, oh, at least hopefully able to beat the boss in under 2 minutes. So yeah, well, we have the goal of beating the boss in under 2 minutes, and Dialyn should be able to help Nekomata do that. We have Qingyi here, who is the fastest stunner in the game, and we also need high stun damage multiplier so that Nekomata is able to hit hard, because her main gimmick is to do EXs. So we have Qingyi over here to just give off the high stun damage multiplier. So yeah. And also we have the Bang Boo of choice right here, which is Snap, because we need as much damage as we can. Hopefully this team works very well. But Neko is just so bad. You would rather run any other physical DPS like Piper or Alice. Basically any other DPS physical characters in the game other than Nekomata. But I guess if Nekomata is your only S rank, then I guess she is pretty good, right? So yeah, well, anyways, let's just do this. Alrighty, so we're gonna be setting up rock paper scissors into Qingyi EX. So we're gonna be staying on Qingyi for quite a while. So there we go. We can go into the charge attack, and we're gonna have to go into Dialyn. There we go. All right, so we're going to Qingyi. Into Dialyn, and then that should trigger the Neko chain. Alrighty. 30k, yeah, that's okay. Let's do EX right there. Another EX. 20k per hit. Yeah, I don't know about the damage output, but it's okay at best. The damage output for Neko's okay at best. To be fair, my skills aren't really that leveled up, so yeah, Neko's gonna be falling off in that department of damage. But as long as we're able to at least stun the enemy pretty consistently, we should be okay, I guess. Alright. We are not dodging our attacks right here. Okay. The Dead Butcher's able to just do a 3-hit combo on us. Alright, we're gonna be using ult. And then let's try to stun the enemy here. Alright, let's go into... There we go. We can go into Qingyi, into Dialyn, into Neko. Hopefully Neko at least does something here. Alright, let's do EX. And then we go into ult. Again, that's our second ult. Alright, we go into there. We go into Dialyn. Hopefully this should be enough. Dialyn does... It's kind of sad that Dialyn does more damage than Neko. But yeah, I see there. Yeah, Neko doesn't do that much. Alright, we're gonna have to stun one more time with Qingyi. So let's try to at least do that. Alright. Alright, let's go into rock, paper, scissors. It's free, so there we go. Alrighty, there we go. We're able to defeat the Dead End Butcher. Hopefully we beat it under a minute. I'm pretty sure we did, right? Yeah, barely. Okay, we barely beat it In under 2 minutes. That's what I was meant to say. I didn't say under a minute. Obviously, we're not gonna beat it under a minute, but we beat it in under 2 minutes. So yeah, there we go. So Nekomata can work if you build her properly, and obviously if you just hyper invest in her, she might be able to do some damage. But at the end of the day, you might as well just run 11 as your perma banner character in the first place. So yeah, even though Neko does work well with Dialyn, her damage output is just lackluster. So yeah. Well, anyways, now it's time to move on to the A ranks. So let's just move to the first A rank. Alrighty, the next character we're going to be showcasing, that is the first A rank here, at least in 1.0, is Anton. So Anton is, well, he's okay. But again, you can just use Harumasa, who is free. So yeah, there's no reason to run Anton anymore. But if you are a Anton main, or if you're a dedicated Anton fan, then I'm glad to say he works pretty well with Dialyn. So yeah. Well, anyways, let's just showcase the power of Anton. So we have Anton as the main DPS. We have Dialyn here for the free ults. And we have Qingyi here, who has to stun the enemy, because when the enemy is stunned, Anton's able to do more damage. So yeah. And also, we're able to trigger shock easily if we do have 2 electric agents on the team. And if the shock is triggered, we're able to just get the 4-piece set for Anton to activate, which means that he just gets more damage. So yeah. And Bangbu of choice, you already know. So let's just do it. Alrighty, so we're going to be playing similarly to Nekomata, but I'm pretty sure Anton won't fall off as much because the enemy is weak to electric. So you should be able to do at least some damage to the enemy. So, well, let's just see how well Anton's able to perform. Hopefully he's able to at least do some good damage. Alright. So, another triple EX right there. We can go into Qingyi. Able to stun the enemy. We already have our first impaired. That's really, really good. Alright, we should be close to stunning the enemy fully. So now we can go into Dialyn right there. Alright. Go into Dialyn chain, into Anton ult. Let's see how much damage this does. Alright, we go into EX. And then we can do the normal attacks with Anton, which is all his main damage. 30k per hit. That is pretty good for an A rank. So yeah, as you see there, Anton performs very well. More better than Nekomata, I guess. But at the same time, the enemy is weak to electric. So there's also that factor as the reason why Anton's able to do a lot of damage. Or at least more damage than Nekomata. Alright, we're gonna have to do another set of normal attacks right here. Alright, let's do the full damage right there, 230. Alright, let's do an ult. I'm gonna hold basic here so we don't... alright, I guess we do trigger chain. But I'm pretty sure we should be fine. Alright, we're gonna be doing triple EX right here, because we need to trigger the another Anton ult. Alright, so now we do basic attack and then do another ult. Around 80k per hit. That is still really good damage for Anton. And then we should be able to stun him one more time right here. So let's just try to go for that. Alright. Do another Dialyn EX chain. And then this should stun the enemy right here. There we go. Alright, I think Anton's able to finish him off. So we can just do an Anton chain. There we go. Alrighty, so that's Anton right there. Pretty good with Dialyn. So he is able to perform at least somewhat decently with Dialyn. So yeah. Alrighty, so we have 2 more A ranks to showcase, and then we're going to be going to the free-to-play team. So let's just showcase the last 2 A ranks with Dialyn. Alright, so here's the second to last character I'm going to be showcasing, or at least the second to last A rank I'm going to be showcasing. And that is Corin. So Corin, you basically need double stun agents. You have to, because one of Corin's additional abilities is that you have to have the enemy stunned. If the enemy is stunned, you're able to do additional damage to the enemy. So yeah, we basically have to run a double stun team with Corin. So here's the team we're going to be running here. We have Corin, who's the main DPS. We have Dialyn, who's going to provide us with the double ultimates for Corin, so Corin's able to do at least some damage to the enemy. And then we have Qingyi here, who is able to stun the enemy. So yeah, Qingyi, I mean, you probably already know, like, we've been running her for the last couple of team showcases. Yeah, Qingyi is the fastest stunner in the game. So as long as we're able to stun the enemy fast, we're able to at least utilize Corin's additional ability. And as for Bangbu of choice, no introductions needed. Let's just get to it. So I think this team is gonna perform fine, I guess. The only worry I have is that Corin won't do enough damage, but I'm pretty sure with the additional ability, it should be enough. And besides, Qingyi is able to provide us with a stun damage multiplier, so I'm pretty sure we'll be fine in damage. Alrighty, so let's go in. Alright, we're gonna be going into rock paper scissors, so let's do that. There we go. Go into Qingyi. We're able to go into our third basic. Let's dodge this. Our second attack is coming. Yep, there we go. And then we can dodge this. There we go. Alrighty. So far, so good. Let's dodge this, and then let's go into, there we go. Alright, let's go into Dialyn. Go Qingyi, Dialyn, and then we're going to chain the Corin ult. Alright, let's see how much damage this does. 30k per hit, 40k per hit. Yeah, those are typical numbers, and we can just finish it with an EX right here. I don't think... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I messed up a bit there, but there we go. We are able to at least get the Dead End Butcher low enough. Alrighty. We don't have a lot of energy, so hopefully we can get at least some of it back. Alrighty. Let's do EX right here. Let's get the dodge in. There we go. We got the second dodge in. Really, really nice. Alright, let's do the charge attack. Alright, let's go into rock, paper, scissors. That should be enough. And then we can go into one more rock. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Go into Qingyi, into Dialyn, and then into Corin. And let's see how much damage this does again. 30k per hit, around 40k. Yeah, these are typical Corin numbers. Let's do EX. Alright, that's a lot. And then we can go into ult again. And this should be... Yeah, that should have been close enough. Alright, let's finish this off, because we basically already have defeated the Dead End Butcher. We just gotta hope that we basically beat it in under 2 minutes. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, so there you go. I mean, Dialyn, pretty broken. So, yeah. I mean, Corin is able to at least work somewhat with Dialyn. So yeah. Well, anyways, that is it for Corin. She performs fine on the Dialyn team. 2 ults. I mean, pretty good, right? So yeah. Well, anyways, well, let's just move on to the final character to showcase. So, well, let's just move on to the final A rank. Alrighty, so here's the last A rank I'm going to be showcasing, and that is Billy. So, Billy is basically the same boat as Corin. As long as you stun the enemy, you should be able to do some good damage. And all of his damage is based off his EXs. So his EXs are going to be hitting pretty hard because of just the stun damage multiplier that Qingyi is able to dish out. And we also have ult too. His ult does hit pretty hard. So yeah, Dialyn's here to just give him an extra ult. So, well, let's just showcase this last team. So we have Billy, who's the main DPS. We have Dialyn, who just gives ult. Qingyi is here for the stun damage multiplier. Bangbu of choice. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so for Billy, we're not going to be going into crouching state that much. We're just going to be spamming his EXs and at least do somewhat decent damage. But as long as we're able to pop off all of his skills on the enemy, we should be okay. But hopefully we can beat this boss in 2 minutes. I don't know if we can, but I will try to at least beat it in under 2 minutes. Alright. Let's just go into Dialyn, and then we go back into Qingyi. Alright. Do the charge attack. Let's do an EX. Alright. We should be able to stun him here. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Qingyi into Dialyn into Billy ult. Let's see how much damage this does. That is some decent damage. EXs hit 40k. Yep, those are some pretty good numbers. We're gonna be doing some crouching shots right here. That is some okay damage. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna be parrying with Dialyn. Hopefully, we're able to finish off the enemy right here. Alright, let's do ult. Might as well, we have all the disables in the world. There we go. And then we should be able to finish him off right here. Hopefully. We're gonna be staying on Dialyn. So there we go. Okay, so now we have his second phase to deal with. We have around a minute left. Yeah. Alright, we have Billy's ult, so we should be able to do at least some good DPS. I hope. Alright. Alright, we're gonna be, dodge here. I have to let go of dodge early, so we're able to, increase this damage, the stun damage multiplier on the boss. Alright, let's do another, charge attack. Alrighty. Let's dodge again. Dodge, and then we should be able to stun here. Alright, so now we go into Qingyi, into Dialyn, into Billy ult. Alright, let's do EX, and then go into another ult. And then another EX, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that is some pretty good damage, I would say. Even though it is Billy just doing EXs and not a lot of normal attacks, it's still decent enough to kill the boss with. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're not gonna beat this boss in under 2 minutes. No way. Billy does way weaker damage than most agents in the game. So that's the reason why we're not able to stun them as fast. Alright. At least we're able to at least get the... I hope Billy finishes off with his ult. There we go. At least we got the ult finish, right? So yeah, there you go. Billy on this team is pretty good. Mine is minimally built, so maybe that's why I couldn't beat it in under 2 minutes. But as you see there, Billy's able to at least get the job done if you're able to stun the enemy and just do as much damage as you can. So yeah. Well, there you go. There is, well, all the Rupture and Attack agents in the game. So now we are going to be moving on to the free-to-play Dialyn team, and then we're going to be showcasing her in Hollow Zero. So let's just move on to the last team we're going to be showcasing with Dialyn. Alright, so here's the last team I'm going to be showcasing, and that is the Dialyn free-to-play team. This team is really, really good. I am not joking. So we have Manato here, who's the main DPS, of course. Yinhu is able to give Rupture support because he gives off sheer force damage for the team, which is really, really good for Manato. It just means that he does some more damage. And obviously Dialyn is here just to increase damage and as well as give Manato his second ult, which is really, really good. And as for the Bangbu of choice, Snap once again makes his grand return. He is just way too broken, so we're just gonna be running him. And besides, all Bangbu are free to play anyway, because you can just get a lot of Boopons and then just summon for the Bangbu. Yeah, there's really no issues right there. So yeah, Snap is free to play, so yeah, he counts as a free to play Bangbu. But this team is going to be performing fine against Wandering Hunter. That's because it just does so much damage. You'll see why. Alright, we're just gonna be doing another triple. Alrighty, we're going to Yinhu. Going to EX into Manato. And we're able to do at least some good damage. Alrighty. Yeah, this damage is pretty good, I would say. Going to another set of chains right there. And then into Manato. Oh! Oh, that's like around 70k. That's still pretty good damage. Alright, let's go doing some basic attacks right there. Let's go back into Yinhu. And then he should be able to... Yeah, he's going into the hide and seek mode. Alright, so it is this one. Alrighty. Okay, let's do another set of EXs right there. Let's do another... There we go. We got our heal back. We can go back into Blazing State. And then let's do EX right there to trigger some Manato buffs. Alrighty, we can go to Dialyn. I'm pretty sure we're able to at least get another... Yeah, there we go. Another free ult for Manato. And then do it again, because we're able to do 2 ults! Yeah, that is some good damage. I mean, there's really nothing else for me to say other than he's just really, really good with Dialyn. So there you go. So as you see there, the free-to-play team is able to perform very, very well against the boss. Manato, free-to-play, beating the boss in basically a minute and 30 seconds. So yeah, really, really good. So there's Dialyn on a free-to-play team, and there's Dialyn basically with every single Rupture character and attack character in the game. As you see there, she performs very well in all of them. So yeah, best agent in the game, or one of the best agents in the game, top 5 in the game for sure. Alright, so now it's time to move on to Hollow Zero. We're going to be showcasing Dialyn in Hollow Zero. She has some pretty good equips, so I'm glad to showcase her with that. So, well, let's just move on to Hollow Zero. So here we are in Hollow Zero. So, I mean, you already know the drill if you saw all of my showcase videos. So, yeah, Ether Activity 8. Let's just get to it. So, the investigation strategy I chose is sneak attack strategy, because we're able to increase the days we deal, and we also are able to increase the stun damage multiplier, or at least the damage dealt to stun enemies, by 5%. So that's going to be very, very good, especially since we're going to be stunning the enemy a lot, since we're going to be running this team. This is Dialyn's best team, obviously. So we're going to be running this to destroy Hollow Zero. So we have Yixuan for the main DPS, Dialyn to give Yixuan 3 ultimates, and Lucia, who is the best Rupture support in the game, supporting Yixuan, which means that Yixuan's just going to be doing a lot of damage. And then we have Snap right here to give Yixuan the damage boost, meaning that Yixuan is just going to be performing so much more better, and that means that Yixuan's just going to be doing a ton of damage. 3 ults is nothing to scoff at. It is really, really good. And since we're going to be running ults all the time, we're going to be running the Yixuan ult build, because that build is just way too busted. So yeah, another ult build down the drain. Let's just do it. Alrighty. So, we're going to be choosing right here Yixuan's equipment. We could choose Dialyn's, but there is a chance that we're able to at least get Dialyn's thing back. But the main Dialyn equipment I want is this one, because you basically get 1 charge up to 4, so you're able to at least spam EX 4 times. 4 times. Yeah. So if we are able to at least encounter this, we could just refresh to get it. But yeah, we are mainly after this one. But for now, I'm just gonna be choosing this one, because Yixuan just gives free crit damage for perfect dodge, and she's gonna be doing that a lot anyway. So let's just take the Phoenix equipment. As for this, obviously we're gonna be choosing Rhythmic Energy Saver, the best equipment in the game. So yeah, we're just gonna be taking that. Alright, let's see what we have. Gear coins, 1 encounter, launch 5 times. Okay, we gotta see what the map is first. 1 encounter. We can't just go here? Yeah, 1 encounter. That should be good enough. Because at least, the encounter is not in a mist area, so we're at least able to go there. I think we could go this way, or we could go this way. I'm gonna be going this way. I think that way is, or better. Alrighty, so this team is gonna be performing very well. Okay, there's our first encounter right there. That was a mist area encounter, so we're able to get Z merits. Yay! Oh, there it is. Alright, we got the mini cargo truck. We'll take that. Alright, we're gonna be going right, so let's just go there. Hopefully we get another, I just need another, oh, okay, there we go. There's another encounter one. We have, I think this is a 3 encounter route, huh? Alright, let's see what he offers. Friendly talk, oh, price difference, and encounters. We're gonna be taking the encounters one. Yeah, we'll just take that. Alrighty, so you can go up right here. And hopefully at least get some ultimate Resonia. We need at least 4, and then we should be cooking. So yeah. Alrighty. Let's go into Lucia. And we go into Dialyn, triple EX. There we go. Alright, we're gonna hit another person. Alright. Let's try to go for paper. Hopefully we get paper here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we at least got her buffs in. Okay. Yes, I will be taking the ults. Thank you very much. Alright. So far, so good. Hopefully we can get at least some good encounters. Oh, this is the quiz one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the Miyabi quiz one. Okay. Alright, let's see what questions she has. Insist on attending the work report meeting. Remember the names of classmates in the graduation photo. I'm pretty sure it is, this one. Yeah, there we go. Correct answer. Yes, I am a Miyabi fan. So there we go. Alright, so now we have this up here. Alright, let's see what this area has. Hopefully a combat encounter. Oh no, is this healer? Yeah, this is a health area. Alright, dodge counter, I guess. Let's just take that one. Okay. Alright, we're gonna be fighting our first elite enemy with little to no Resonia, so hopefully this shouldn't be too big of an issue, I hope. Alright, let's go into Yixuan. This is our free ult from Dialyn's positive reviews. And go into another set of EXs. Oh yeah, I just realized something. Since we didn't encounter any enemies there, we just encountered like 2. We just encountered like 3 encounters. This means that the boss's HP is very low. So this is just a free win. I just realized that because one of the main buffs is that you're able to. Oh, there's the thing I was talking about, the Dialyn ringing aftertone. We'll take that. Oh, yes, sir. We are taking that. Alright, we are set for life now. We just basically can just grab whatever Resonia we want now because we just maxed it out. And so, yeah. But ideally, we want to run at least all the ultimate Resonia. So, yeah. But, back to what I was saying. There is a buff that you can get where the first 2 encounters that you do are low HP enemies. And since we only encountered 1 combat encounter, the second encounter that we encountered, which is the bosses, is just a bunch of random, or it's just a, well, it's an easy stomp. It's an easy stomp because we basically have low HP enemies. So yeah. Alright, Dialyn, we're gonna be picking this one. Because you're gonna see why this is so broken in a moment. We can just deal with the Yixuan thing later. Let's go with left path. Alright, another mysterious voice. Resonia, please! I think I already maxed out all my Z merits, so there's no reason to ever get those anymore. So let's see. Okay, we can just take this one. Yeah, crit damage increase. Yeah, it's just another set of Z merits. Okay. Go to the next encounter. Okay, this is a shop. Oh, this is an HP shop. Okay. Let's see if we have some good Resonia here. Okay, ults. Yes, I will take that. Yes, I'll take this too. And then we can do another refresh. We'll take the ult one. And then, anomaly proficiency. Nope, we don't need that. Alright, let's just move on. We can afford to take, hits here. That's because, Lucia is able to heal our HP. We have Lucia ult anyway, so we're just able to heal ourselves. Alright, this is an unlucky boo. Okay, let's see if we get something bad. And we do. We have minus 10 HP. Yep. Okay. Let's move on to the next area. This is our last encounter area before we get onto the second boss. This is gonna be one of our quickest Hollow Zero videos. Yeah, we're just breezing through these. Okay, another HP shop. I don't think we have enough anymore. So, I don't think we're able to even refresh the shop in the first place. Yeah, we don't have enough. Okay, we're gonna be just leaving. And let's just move on to the combat. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Do we lose or do we win? Let's find out. Alright, let's do an ult. There we go. We heal ourselves. We can go into Dialyn. And go into ult. Another set of EXs into Yixuan ult. Alrighty, I think, yeah, we're cooking. And go into another ult right here. That's our second one. And then that should be the Massive Shield gun. Yeah, that's yeah. This team is broken. just a little broken. Yeah. All right. Another set of EXs. We can do another one. Let's reset Lucia. Go into another ult. There we go. Set up another field to heal ourselves with. Go into Dialyn ult, because why not? We are close to stunning Pompeii anyway. Let's go another set of EXs. There we go. Alright. Yixuan. Yeah, and see there? I mean, you saw that right there, right? When she does her EXs, she's able to do at least 4 of them with that special equipment. That is why it's really, really good to have. Because, well, 4 instances of EX means that the enemy just dies. Alright, let's do another Yixuan ult, because we're able to afford that because of Dialyn's positive reviews. Alright, another set of ultimates right here. Yeah, you see why this team is so broken? I mean, like, we're just doing constant ults. We are getting Dialyn to get stuff here. So, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is so dumb. It's super, super dumb that she's able to at least do that. It's just really, really weird that she's able to, like, do 4 of, paper. 4 paper attacks. Alright, let's do another parry, and then we should be able to get the ult. Yep, there we go. 300k, 400k. Yeah, these are pretty, good Yixuan numbers. Alright, another ult right here. We're able to do it because we're just able to do it for free. Alright, another set of EXs. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're able to do 3 at that time. Alright, let's do another Yixuan ult. She's able to get so much back. It's just really, really busted. So busted that she's able to at least get all of her stuff back. And then we're able to reset again with Lucia and then go back to the chains again. Alright. Alright, let's parry that. We're able to parry in time. So let's see how much EXs she's able to do here. Alright, she's not able to do the full one, but still, she's able to do, at least stun the enemy right there. And then we should finish it off right here. There we go. Alrighty, so, yeah. Dialyn, pretty good on Hollow Zero. Alrighty, so, let's do this. I think that should be, okay. Energy, adrenaline, all attribute res. We're taking the, yeah, decibels, because we're able to spam ults with her. Alright, let's try a refresh. Actually, wait, no, we have an energy regen and decibel generation one. We'll take the mobile Rosonia any day. Alrighty, we are gonna be spamming ults like crazy against the Miasma Priests. And we have to go through one more, yeah, one more set of areas. Alright, let's see what we have here. Hopefully we don't have to reset. And we have some good paths. Shop. I guess we can take the straight. No, we have to take this path. This path seems like the best path, so we'll take that. We have to spend our gear coins at some point because we have like a bad shop anyway. Let's do this one. We're able to increase our crit damage, so it's pretty good for Yixuan. Okay, let's see. Shop? Can shop have anything good? Let's find out. Alrighty, is it HP shop? It is not an HP shop, it is a gear coin shop. Okay. Yes, we'll take that. And then let's see what this has. Taking damage, buff is removed. Yeah, that's not really good. We're taking the max HP increase. EX increases damage? I guess we'll take that. Sure. Alrighty, I think we're set. We're all set. Yeah, we just need to get at least some of the ult Resonias that we missed. And we should be good to go. So yeah. Alrighty, let's see what we encounter here. Okay, robots. Not that bad. Alright, let's do ult. Alright, let's do another triple EX into ult. Alright. So, Yixuan ult. This should finish all of them off because we just have so much buffs going on. Even if, yeah, that's like half of their health right there. Maybe go into another one again. Yeah, even though they're resistant to ether, I mean, look at how much damage he's able to do. It is insane. Alright, we can go into another Yixuan chain. There we go. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, you see why that is so good? That Dialyn EX thing. It's so fun to play. It's so good. Let's do a refresh. Higher HP. We're taking this one, I think. Yeah, as long as we lose HP, we increase the damage. Though, wait, actually, Yixuan doesn't lose HP, so I guess we'll take this. Yeah, we'll take the days one because Dialyn has 100% chance to crit anyway. So the more days we're able to do, the faster she's able to stun with that triple EX or the quadruple EX if she's lucky enough. So yeah. Well, anyways, we're gonna be doing that again. So you're gonna be seeing the crazy shenanigans that Dialyn's able to do. Alrighty, so ready to see it again? So let's do it again. Okay, never mind. We will not see it again because she's stunned the enemy. Alright, so there you go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 4 of them. That is so fun to do. Yeah, I'd say that's probably like one of my favorite equipments besides the Yidhari one. The Yidhari one is really busted too because she's able to spin infinitely. I think this should... Okay, that does not finish him off, so we're gonna have to do this. There we go. Alright, I think we're almost done with Hollow Zero. Launching an ultimate recovers 10 energy while consuming 20%. For every 100 HP consumed, the damage is increased by 1% for 10 seconds. We're gonna be refreshing here. Let's see. Dodge counter. Easier. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah. That one should be good enough. And we have one more area to go through, and then we just fight the boss, which is I'm gonna be choosing Miasma Priest because it is weak against ether. Alright. So no knockback. That should be easy enough. Alright, let's do another ult! Set up another dream field. And then let's do a triple EX, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. I mean, you see that? You see how broken Dialyn is? It's just so busted. Yeah, this character is really good. That's all I'm gonna say. She's just really broken. Alright, let's finish this off. There we go. Okay, so now we have the boss to deal with. And I think we should be fine. Alright, EX increase. We're gonna be taking this one too. Because why not? Alright, we are good to go. We are all set. We have fully maxed out equipment thanks to that Resonia that we picked up. We basically can do consistent ults now. So we should be a-okay for this Hollow Zero. Alright. Let's see. Yep, there you go. There's the Miasma Priest. I thought we were gonna go to Wandering Hunter for a second, but well, I chose correctly. Alright, so let's set up here. Let's set up the ult. Go back into Yixuan. Go to 1, 2, 3. Let's see how much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Dialyn is so fun. Like, I am not joking. She's just really fun to play. Alright, we can go into Yixuan. Let's get our ult. So that's our first one. This is our second one. And And this hits really hard, as you see there. Alright, so we can go back into Lucia. Into another ult. We're able to reset our Dream Field buffs all the time. Alright, let's do it again. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is really, really dumb that Dialyn's able to stun very, very fast in Hollow Zero. Alright, we do another ult. Because we're able to do it. There we go, another ult. Let's do basic. We're able to consume a lot of stacks right there. Do another ult. That's our second one. Alright, then we go into Dialyn again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so she's able to do 3. That's really, really good. We're going back into... Okay. She didn't hit the enemy, so that's very, very bad. We're not able to get the customer complaint thing. Alright. Okay, this should stun him, I hope! If that doesn't... Okay, that does not stun. Alright, there we go. Okay, we can go into chain Yixuan. Alright, let's see. Alright, please do enough damage. That's some good damage, yeah. Alright. Alright, now we can do this. Alright, so now we can go back into Lucia. We have to set up the Dream Field again. There we go. Alright, we do another set of attacks right here. We should be able to get paper in time, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, that is so busted. That is really, really, really broken. Dialyn triple paper. Oh no, like, that's 5. That's 5 papers in a row. Okay, I hope this finishes us off. Alright, we're able to parry there. That's really, really good. And then, let's try to finish this off. Hopefully Lucia does enough. I'm pretty sure she's able to nuke him. Okay, that does not nuke him. Okay, there we go. The assist is. Okay, so there we go. There's Dialyn in Hollow Zero. As you see, they're very, very fun to play. She has some pretty good equips right there. The 5 papers in a row. Yeah, that is some pretty good stuff right there. And she's able to stun the enemy very fast because of it. So yeah. Well, anyways, there is Dialyn right there. In Hollow Zero, pretty good character overall. You won't be disappointed when running her on Hollow Zero. And now it's time to move on to the VR mode. So let's just get to VR mode and let's just test out some Dialyn mechanics. Alrighty, so here we are in the VR training mode. So there's not really that much to showcase with Dialyn, and that's because Dialyn is one of the easiest characters to play in the game. You literally just spam EXs and then you just do your basic attack to trigger the free ult. So yeah, it's pretty easy. And also you can just trigger it via chain attacks too. So yeah, Dialyn is actually just pretty easy to play. So I'm just going to be showcasing a couple of things and then just showcasing some damage with Yixuan on Dialyn's team. So yeah. Well, anyway, so let's talk about Dialyn's mechanics. So when you start off the match, this is how much meter that you're able to get as soon as you start like the game, or at least as soon as you start like the stage. So you can't really get your ults on the first 3 EXs. You'll see what I mean when I do it. So 1, 2, 3. There's your rock, paper, scissors. As you see there, it's not enough meter. You have to do a 4th one. So there you go. Now you're able to do it. And then just use your ult. So keep that in mind if you are playing as Dialyn. You can't get your ult very fast. You have to do a 4th EX. So keep that in mind if you are going to be starting off with Dialyn's free ult. And now it's time to talk about how to actually do the ult. So there are 3 ways to do it, and I will only showcase 2 because the 3rd one is really weird and you're not going to be doing it as much as the first 2. So let's take a look at Dialyn right here. So under core passive right here, it tells you what you need to do in order to trigger this free ult. So when you have at least 90 positive reviews, aka if you fill the meter with a certain threshold, you're able to, right here, trigger chain attack, welcome mat, EX, get lost, or quick assist forward call. The next character that switches in will have their chain attack upgraded to an ultimate, which is really, really, really busted. So yeah, so basically, as long as you're able to trigger a chain, an EX, get lost, aka her hold basic, or her quick assist forward call, you're able to get an ultimate. The first two are pretty easy. The third one is situational. You're not going to be doing this as much. So that's the reason why I'm not going to be showcasing it here. But just keep in mind that yes, you can do it via quick assist if you really want to. So, well anyways, let's show off the first two ways to do it. So the first way obviously is to build enough meter. So I guess we're just going to be building a lot of meter right here. So just going to be spamming EXs. There we go. We have enough meters, so now we can hold basic. That triggers EX get lost. And now we're able to do the ult. Pretty easy, right? And now we have the second method. So we're going to be doing that right now. So get enough meter for Dialyn. So let's do that. Alright, so now we're able to EX. Alright, there you go. Now we go into Dialyn chain. And then our next chain, after Dialyn's chain, is an ult. And there we go. As you see there, pretty good. As long as you have enough positive reviews, aka 90 positive reviews, you're able to just do ults via chain or via her EXs. If you don't have 90 positive reviews, this happens. Yeah, you're only able to do a quick assist. So yeah. So make sure to at least have 90 positive reviews before you do her charge attack. That way you're able to do as much damage as you can. So now it is time to showcase max damage. So this is going to be very interesting. We're going to be stunning the enemy with Dialyn. We're going to be using ult with Lucia. Alright, we're going to be triggering some chain shenanigans right here. Alright, so we go into Dialyn chain, go into Yixuan ult, and let's see how much damage this does. 100k per hit with a 300k finisher. Let's do another raw ult. Let's see how much damage this does. 100k, 300k, yeah, it's basically the same amount of damage right there. As you see there, well, Dialyn is able to basically help the team out with just doing triple ult, which is really good. And also, she's able to buff damage for other party members. So that is the reason why Yixuan's able to do damage numbers like that. It is really busted. So yeah. Well, anyways, that is it for the Dialyn VR showcase. And now it's time for the final segment on the video, my overview and final thoughts on the character. Well, if you already seen what my reaction is for Dialyn, I'm pretty sure you know what my opinion is. So, well, let's just get to it. Here is the final segment of the showcase video. So here is Dialyn, Rep 2413 of the Krampus Compliance Authority customer service line. So, Dialyn is part of the Krampus faction, and her attribute is physical, and her type is stun. So, well, you already know the drill for these showcase videos. Well, I'm just gonna be going over her skills and then her mind skip cinemas, of course, and then we're just gonna be wrapping up with my overview and final thoughts. So let's just get to the skills. Starting off with her core skill, core passive 5-star service hotline. Upon entering the battlefield, Dialyn starts with 60 positive reviews. If her initial crit rate surpasses 50%, her impact increases by 2 for each additional 1%, up to a maximum increase of 100. This is very important you level up crit rate because she gets a lot of impact. The more impact she has, the faster she can stun the enemy, which is really good. You need this. After using EX Special Attack Rock, the next EX Special Attack becomes EX Special Attack Scissors for 8 seconds. After using EX Special Attack Scissors, the next EX Special Attack becomes EX Special Attack Paper for 8 seconds. So basically you want to rotate all of those skills at once because when you hit an enemy with Paper, a lot of buffs apply. and as well as a lot of debuff supply as well. So you basically want to hit them with all the EXs you can. It also synergizes well with the 4-piece set that she runs. So yeah, as long as you're able to just unleash rock, scissors, and paper in unison, or aka rock, paper, scissors, you should be a-okay to go. You have an 8-second window to do it anyway, so it shouldn't be too bad to unleash all of them at once. So yeah. When EX Special Attack Paper hits an enemy, it applies the Malicious Complaint effect. While under Malicious Complaint, if the enemy becomes stunned, the stun duration is extended by 2 seconds, and stun damage multiplier increases by 30%. Before recovering from stun, Malicious Complaint can trigger on the same target only once. The stun duration bonus does not stack with similar effects. When an enemy with Malicious Complaint recovers from being stunned, the effect ends. So it's very important that you cycle through all of them, because if you hit the enemy with EX Paper, you're able to get a Malicious Complaint, which stays on the enemy until the enemy recovers from stun. So basically, you just get a free 30% stun damage multiplier, which is very, very busted. So yeah, pretty important that you level up the core just to get the free 30% stun damage multiplier increase. It's really, really good. While in combat, Dialyn gains 0.6 positive reviews per second. When a heavy attack of EX Special Attack Rock, EX Special Attack Scissors, or EX Special Attack Paper hits enemies, she gains 7.5 positive reviews. Each use of a skill can grant this bonus only once, up to a max of 120. So this is her main bread and butter. When you do EXs, you're able to get 7.5 positive reviews back. She needs as much positive reviews as she can to get to 90. Once you get to 90 positive reviews, well, spoiler alert, it's down here, she's able to do a bunch of cool things. So yeah, but she also gains positive reviews per second, so she passively gains them too. So there's really no stressing out to just try to get the meter as fast as you can, because she's able to recover it normally and slowly. So yeah, in unison, she should be able to at least get 90 positive reviews once your full rock, paper, scissors rotation is back. With at least 90 positive reviews, when Dialyn triggers the chain attack window using chain attack welcome mat, EX Special Attack Get Lost, or Quick Assist Forward Call, the next character to switch in will have their chain attack upgraded to an ultimate. When an ally launches an ultimate this way, Dialyn consumes 60 positive reviews. So this is really, really good. So as long as Dialyn's able to trigger a chain attack window, she is able to get a free ultimate. The next character that is able to switch in from Dialyn. So basically, when you do a chain, your next chain is an ult, which is really, really good. And you can target that ult to whatever you want. You can target to your support. You can target it to the DPS. It is really, really free. So yeah, if you have 90 positive reviews and you're able to just trigger this, you just consume 60, which means that you get an extra 30 to work with. But there is another way to trigger this without having to stun the enemy, and that is right here. But the only downside is that you consume all 90 positive reviews, so it's not really as optimal. But most of the time, you're going to be doing this anyway because ults are just too valuable. So, well, here it is. With at least 90 positive reviews, when Dialyn hits an enemy with an EX Special Attack Get Lost and doesn't trigger a chain attack window, she consumes 90 positive reviews to forcibly trigger a chain attack window. The next character to switch in will have their chain attack upgraded to an ultimate. So, yeah, if you can't trigger a chain attack manually, she forces it if you have an EX Special Attack Get Lost, aka her basic attack. So, yeah, as long as you get one customer complaint, you're able to just force it and then just get a free ult afterwards. This is what you're going to be doing most of the time against tough bosses anyway, because it's just too valuable. You can just get the, you just get positive reviews back anyway pretty quickly, especially if you do have an energy regen Dialyn. So yeah, just keep in mind that if you do trigger chain, you're able to consume 60. If you can't, you're forced to consume 90. So yeah, there you go. Each time positive reviews reach 90 or an ultimate is activated, Dialyn obtains one customer complaint. A maximum of one customer complaint can be held at a time. So yeah, this is what I mean by customer complaint. As long as you trigger 90 positive reviews, you get one customer complaint. You can use that customer complaint to do the EX Special Attack Get Lost to trigger a chain attack. So it's pretty good. Additional ability, External Line. When another character in your squad is an attack or rupture character, Dialyn's EX special attack crit damage is increased by 50%. This is broken. She just is able to do more damage. When an EX special attack or ultimate is activated, all squad members gain the overwhelmingly positive effect. While overwhelmingly positive is active, damage dealt is increased by 40% for 15 seconds. When Dialyn uses an EX special attack or ultimate while overwhelming positive is active, if the remaining duration of overwhelmingly positive is less than 35 seconds, its duration is increased by 10 seconds or extended by 10 seconds. So you just get a free 40% damage boost. Yeah, as long as you're able to use EXs or ultimates, you just get a positive review or positive, overwhelmingly positive effect. And then you just do 40% more damage. It's just so busted. And you get to extend the duration of it if you just use EXs or ultimates. Pretty good. This is the reason why you want to run her additional ability. You just get a free 40% damage increase. It's really busted. When a heavy attack from EX Special Attack Rock, EX Special Attack Scissors, or EX Special Attack Paper hits, additional damage is dealt based on the previous squad member's specialty. If the squad member is an attack agent, EX Special Attack Rock, EX Special Attack Scissors, and EX Special Attack Paper deal additional damage equal to 320% of that attack agent's attack. So this is what I mean by you just want to pair up, because she just gets extra damage if you pair up with an attack agent. It's the same case for rupture agents, which is well, the next thing I'm going to be talking about. If the squad member is a rupture agent, EX Special Attack Rock, EX Special Attack Scissors, and EX Special Attack Paper deal additional damage equal to 400% of that rupture agent's sheer force. So she is able to do extra damage as long as you have at least an attack agent or a rupture agent attacking. So it's pretty good. Yeah. Her core is really busted. So, I mean, there's really nothing for me to say other than she just does so much damage. And yeah, she's able to just increase the team's damage output because her core is just built different. Basic attacks. Basic attack. Happy to be of service. Press attack to activate. Unleashes up to 4 attacks dealing physical damage. This is just your basic attack. Basic attack, rock, paper, scissors. After EX Special Attack Rock or EX Special Attack Scissors, press attack to activate. Performs up to 2 attacks dealing physical damage. During skill activation, anti-interrupt level increases and damage taken is reduced by 40%. This is just another basic attack that she's able to do after you do rock or scissors. Basically the 2 EXs that you're able to do. So this is okay. I mean, you could do this if you want to squeeze out a little bit of extra damage, but you're not going to be doing this anyway because you're probably just going to be doing the full rock, paper, scissors rotation anyway. So yeah, there you go. But if you do want to just do it, you can do it. It is an option that you're able to do. Dodge. Dodge. Line busy. Press dodge to activate. A quick dash dodge. Characters invulnerable using this skill. This is your dodge. Dash attack, sudden call. Press attack during a dodge to activate. Launches a dashing attack at enemies in front, dealing physical damage. This is your dash attack. Dodge counter, number unavailable. Press attack during a perfect dodge to activate. Launches consecutive attacks against enemies in front, dealing physical damage. After using this skill, can immediately follow up with the 4th hit, a basic attack, happy to be of service. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. This is just your dodge attack. Pretty simple. Assist. Quick assist, forward call. When the active character is launched, press assist to activate. Launches consecutive attacks against enemies in front, dealing physical damage. After using this skill, can immediately follow up with the 4th hit of basic attack. Happy to be of service. Characters invulnerable using this skill. This is just your quick assist. Defensive assist. Decline call. When the on-field character is about to be attacked, press assist to activate. Parries the enemy's attack, dealing massive damage. This skill excels at parrying enemy attacks and reduces the consumption of assist points when the character is under intense attacks. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. This is just your parry. Assist follow-up. Back-to-back calls. Press attack after a defensive assist to activate. Performs a rapid dash followed by a slash attack, dealing physical damage. After using this skill, can immediately follow up with the 4th hit of basic attack, happy to be of service. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. This is just your assist follow-up. Yeah, this is just your parry attack. Special attack. EX special attack. Get lost. While customer complaint, hold basic to activate. Delivers a forward martial salute attack. On activation, it consumes one customer complaint and deals physical damage. After activation, the previous character's quick assist is triggered. Characters invulnerable using this skill. This is your main bread and butter. You're going to be doing this all the time if you have customer complaint. Once you have customer complaint, you just do EX special attack, get lost, and get the free attack. The free ultimate. It's really, really good. Special attack. Welcome gesture. Press special to activate. Throws dual rings to slash enemies, dealing physical damage. Anti-interrupt level is increased while using this skill. This is just your special. EX special attack rock. With enough energy, press EX to activate. Launches a fist attack, dealing physical damage. Characters invulnerable using this skill. This is just your basic EX. That can combo into 3 things. So let's just talk about these. EX special attack scissors. With enough energy, press EX to activate. Launches a scissors attack, dealing physical damage. Characters invulnerable using this skill. So after you use rock, you can use scissors. Yeah. EX special attack paper. With enough energy, press EX to activate. Launches a paper attack, dealing physical damage. Characters invulnerable using this skill. You do this after scissors. So basically, the order goes rock, scissors, and paper. Why do I say rock, paper, scissors? It's because we say it like rock, paper, scissors. But in this game, it's rock, scissors, paper. And so yeah, wrap your head around that. Chain attacks. Chain attack, welcome mat. When a chain attack is triggered, select the character to activate. Launches consecutive kicks against enemies in front, dealing massive physical damage. After using the skill, can immediately follow up with the 4th hit of basic attack. Happy to be of service. Characters invulnerable while using this skill. This is just your basic chain attack, but once you do the chain, your next chain is able to be an ult as long as you have, obviously, a customer complaint. So when you get a customer complaint, you just activate welcome mat, and then you switch into your next character, and then that character becomes an ult. So yeah. Ultimate. Service stopped for number dialed. When decibel rating is at maximum, press ultimate to activate. Rushes forward and performs a finger flick attack, dealing massive physical damage. After using this skill, can immediately follow up with the 4th hit of basic attack. Happy to be of service. Characters vulnerable using this skill. This is just your basic ult. But you just use this to activate core passives and as well as stun the enemy. So it's a pretty good ult. And now it's time to talk about Mindscape Cinemas. So, well, without any further ado, this is whale territory, guys. So if you are a fan of Dialyn, or if you are going to be a Dialyn main, this segment is for you. So let's talk about her Mindscape Cinemas. They are pretty good. M1, Boundless Hospitality. The amount of positive reviews accumulated each second and gained with EX Special Attack Rock, EX Special Attack Scissors, or EX Special Attack Paper hits an enemy increases by 16%. While overwhelmingly positive effect is active, characters ignore 50% of enemy all attribute res. So, you get more positive reviews much more quickly if you do EXs. Which is really, really busted. So yeah, not only is she able to just gain it passively from her core passive, but you're able to just get more anyway by just doing the triple rock, paper, scissors. It's really, really broken. So yeah, you're able to just get more positive reviews, meaning more consistent ults. Also, while you're in the overwhelmingly positive state, with aka just landing in EX or ults, you're able to ignore 15% of the enemy's attribute res, meaning that you just do 15% more damage. It's really, really busted. Definitely a really good M1. M2, 24/7 hotline. Enemies affected by malicious complaint gain an additional 20% stun damage multiplier when stunned. So, yeah, if you're able to put the debuff malicious complaint on the enemy, which is pretty easy to do anyway, you're able to get a free 20% stun damage multiplier, which is really, really good. All units deal 15% increased damage to targets affected by malicious complaint. So not only you get a 20% stun damage multiplier increase, you get a additional 15% increased damage. So basically the enemy is just debuffed at this point, and you just do so much damage with Dialyn. It's so busted. And remember, malicious complaint doesn't go away until the enemy recovers from stun. So yeah, this could just stay on forever, as long as the enemy is not stunned. So yeah, this is really, really broken. I would say a good stopping point is M2, because not only do you get just the free 20% stun damage multiplier and a 15% increased damage, but in M1, right here, you get basically more positive reviews, acceleration on positive reviews, and you get a ignore 15% all attribute res. It's really, really busted. So I would say the good stopping point is M2 if you just want your Dialyn to just perform really, really well. But you can keep going if you want to. So, well, let's just keep going. M3, Call from the Hollow. This is just your basic +2 to all skills. M4, The Past Never Fades. Upon entering combat, Dialyn recovers 20 energy. This effect can trigger once every 180 seconds in Investigation Zone mode. While the overwhelmingly positive effect is active, Dialyn's attack increases by 500. So, this fixes the issue for Dialyn on basically trying to get her to do the ultimate on the first, like, possible seconds of the, mission. So, remember when I showed you guys in the VR mode that Dialyn needs to do 4 EXs in order to get the ult? Well, this solves it. You literally get extra energy to do a 4th EX. You don't really need to stay on field to just farm for another EX. You could literally just do pop 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're able to do the ult. It's really, really broken. Also, you get a free 500 attack with Dialyn if overwhelmingly positive is active. This means that Dialyn just does more damage. So yeah, it's pretty good. M4 looks like it just fixes all her issues, which is really, really good. Even though she doesn't really have any issues other than she just can't chain attack on the first couple seconds of the match, but it's still fine. M5, Lies, +2 to all skills again, so a net total of +4 if you have both the M5 and M3. And M6, this is the whale territory. M6, Truth. When an ally enters the field with an ultimate through the core passive's effect, that ally gains the aftertone effect. So basically, the aftertone effect is just a new effect that you get when you have M6 Dialyn. So, well, let's see what aftertone does. With this effect, landing an attack causes Dialyn to deal an additional instance of physical damage equal to 480% of Dialyn's attack. Okay, so that just means that she just nukes. Yeah, she's just a sub DPS at this point. Okay. This damage is treated as an EX special attack damage and can trigger once every second up to 12 times. Yeah, she just becomes a sub DPS. Gaining Aftertone, again, refreshes its trigger count. Only one ally can have Aftertone at a time. So as long as you're able to trigger a ultimate through her core passive, you get Aftertone. And as long as you land attacks, Dialyn is able to do physical damage equal to her attack, which means that she just becomes a sub DPS. So M6 literally just makes her a sub DPS and she just hits hard. So yeah, pretty good Mindscapes overall, I would say. Definitely, if you do want to get her M6, she's nothing to disappoint. She's just really good. And well, let's talk about my final thoughts on the character. So what do I think of Dialyn? Broken. Literally top 5 in the game. A character that literally gives you free ults, gives you free damage boosts, and debuffs the enemy. Yeah, there's really nothing for me to say there. Free ult, debuff enemy with plus damage for you equals enemy die. Yeah, really nothing for me to say there other than Dialyn, top 5 character in the game. She's just so broken. So yeah. Well, anyways, there is the Dialyn showcase video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, well, let me know what you guys think about Dialyn. And also, well, if you want to support the channel and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me if you do support the channel. Helps to keep me motivated and make you more videos. So again, if you want to see more videos like this in the future and if you like my content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So again, thank you guys if you do so. As for the comments down below, what do you think about Dialyn? You think she's broken? You think she's not? You think I'm over exaggerating, or you think my points are on point? Let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know if I missed anything about Dialyn. I'll try to respond to as many of you as I can. And of course, thank you guys for watching this Dialyn showcase video, and I'll see you guys in the next Zenless Zone Zero video.